Good morning, students. I welcome you all to this English session of today. Hope you are safe at home and living a happy life with your family, inmates. Right? Preparing your lessons well and ready to face the challenges of life. Am I right, children? Right. So, now let us go back to our poem. A father to his son. So he says that he advises his son that life is a fertile soil. We can make our life a fruitful one, a beneficial one, if you show gentleness, if you show love towards others, and take life as it comes. Right? So you must be gentle. Life is a fertile soil. Take it easy. And even brutes have been gentled by the gentle behavior. Hope you understand. Right? Now, next paragraph. The growth of frail flower in a path up has sometimes shattered and spilt a rock. A tough will counts, so does desire. So does a rich soft wanting. Without rich wanting, nothing arrives. Right? Sometimes, at times, gentleness overtakes harshness. Even harsh people can be calmed down by the gentle behavior. That we can very well understand. When your father or parents, when your parents ask you to do something, they do this. Huh? Why you are calling me day? Instead, makle, mone, do this. You are ready to do it. Right? That is gentleness. Even brutes can be gentle. I am not calling you as brutes, but I am saying even if you have that harsh attitude, you can be gentle by the treatment of by the way the people approaches you and ask you to do certain things. Right. Next. The growth of a frail flower, a soft flower, in a path up has sometimes shattered and spilt a rock. There is a plant by the side of a road, and by the side of it there is a rock. There is a rock, and you might have seen this in our what we can say in our villages, right? In our estates, coconut estates or mango estate or all this, the grows, mango grows or all this. See, if you take that plant, it has place only to stand. That much area, fertile area that has. But the root has to go in between the rocks and all these things. And even there, you could see that tree growing very high up. How it is possible? The roots are just splitting a rock and finding a place to move ahead in life. A tough will counts, so does desire. Even a small plant which has no place to survive has the great determination and will to break the rock and finds a way of survival. Hope you understand, right? Even a plant which has no way to send the root, it has no way of existence, just spills the rock and finds a way to exist in this world. What is there behind the behavior of that tree? It is the strong desire, goal, willpower the tree has for its existence. So the father advises his son to have a strong willpower. He must be sturdy to face the challenges of life like the rock which stands on the way of the tree. Hope you understand? Right. So does desire. So does a rich, soft wanting. You must have a desire to achieve things in life. I have told you in the first motivation class, you must have a strong determination to achieve success, I told you. So you must have a strong desire. When failures comes, don't lose your heart. So does a rich, soft wanting. You must have a deep desire to achieve something. Don't frightened of the rocks that you face on the way. If you have a strong determination, even the rocks, even through the rocks, you can just survive. Without rich wanting, nothing arrives. If you don't have that rich wanting, that desire to achieve something, that is goal you have, without having a proper goal, you cannot achieve anything. See, if you don't have a goal, proper goal, if you face the rock in between, unlike the tree which splits the soil and finds a way for its existence, you will not be doing it. You will just go away from that difficulties. You are just frightened to face the difficulties maybe, right? Right. So without rich wanting, nothing arrives. Tell him, hope you understand. So you must have a strong desire to achieve something, to have determination in your life, to go ahead with your troubles and tribulations. And even if some problems arises in between, you must be like the plant which spills the rock and finds a way for its existence. You must have that determination, because without deep determination, you cannot achieve anything. Tell him, too much money has killed man and left them dead years before burial. So tell you, the next advice he is giving to you is, tell him that is, you should not have greed for money. Right? Some people will be, money is necessary for us, but you should not be greedy over money. See, you should not fall a prey, victim to desire and money. That is it. See, tell him, too much money has killed man. So if you take the life of some people, because of their greed for something, they lost everything in their life. Because of their greed for something. You might have heard this type of news in the newspaper and TV, that they will say that if you give for 50,000 rupees, after 2 or 3 years you will be getting 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs. They fall a victim to that greed. They wanted to get more and more. For his father advises his son that you must have a steel determination to go ahead, faces the difficulties of life, but at the same time, you should not have what we can say ambition towards money. Too much money has killed men. If you take the life of so many people, you can see that because of their love towards money, ambition, over, over greed, they were fallen in their, they have fallen in their life. Too much money has killed men and left them dead years before burial. Before they die in this world, they are living a, they are dying. Before they die, because of their greed, they die in this world. I will tell you an example. One day, one news came to one message came that you are getting to one boy of 18 or 19 years old that he is going to get 1 crore money as a gift prize because of this IPL cricket or something. This child was tempted, and he said that gift is coming from Britain, London, and it reaches you in Delhi by within 2 or 3 days. So by hearing this, the child got a temptation. A temptation. What he does, he told this to his parents. The parents are also very much tempted by it. And that man was asking money after money. And these people were sending it through that account that they have given. And they lost everything. They lost everything. And they have to live, they have died. They have died. Because before the actual death, they are just immersed in debt. They don't know how to come out from that difficulty. Right? So, that is what the father advises his son, don't be taken away by desire. Too much money has killed people in this world. And they are dying because of their greed towards money, aggression towards money. They have faced death before the actual death. Right? They are dying before the actual death. The quest of lucre beyond a few easy needs has twisted good enough men, sometimes into dry, thwarted worms, because of their greed, aggression to get more and more money. So many people in this world has got frustrated and they have tensed and they are living a life just like a frustrated worms. Frustrated worms. They don't know how to come out of the difficulty in their life just because they have fallen into the pit because of their greed, because of their overwhelming ambition. So, the father advises his son not to be greedy don't have greed for money. So, this greed for money left men to die, to face death before they actually die in this world. And the author also says that good man also has fallen a to this victim to this type of greediness and in search of money through hook or crook, through some other shortcut methods. Because of that, they have faced death before the actual death, and they are just frustrated. They are living just like a frustrated worm which doesn't know to escape from the situation, which is just immersed in debt and other things. So don't have greed towards money. That is the next advice that the father tells his son. So he said that you must have a strong determination, you must have a steel heart, you must have a heart like rock to face the challenges of life. Then he said, don't be harsh when you just have, when you mingle with your society. You must be gentle in your behavior, because even this gentle behavior changes the attitude of the cruel people where lashes, punishments fail to do it. Again, he says that the life in this world is just like a fertile soil. You must be gentle. Then he said you must have a strong desire. Thirdly, he says that you must have a strong desire to achieve something. And he says that even a plant which has no way to escape except the rock finds the way splitting the rock and escaping through it. You must have seen so many plants um, just sending their roots over the rocks and finding a way to exist in this world. So you must have a strong desire will to achieve something. So if you, unless you have this strong desire, determination, you cannot achieve. The next advice he says that money is not a, don't fall a victim to money. The desire, overwhelming ambition, which sometimes will lead you to trouble in your life. I will tell you one thing. What is more important? Have a peaceful life in this world. Live a calm, quiet, peaceful life. You live a peaceful life so that you can make your surrounding, the circle in which with which you are living, the society, the home, the friend circle, the relation circle, also as calm and quiet, gentle. See, I'll tell you an example. You have enough and more wealth, money, everything you have. But how much could you utilize it, enjoy it? What is needed for you to live in this world? A stomach full of food is needed. In one marriage house, you have a variety of payasams, puris. And you like all these varieties very much in your life. The other times, you like it very much. When it is provided to you, how much could you take, drink, eat? The stomach. The remaining is there. You'll say that, no need, no need. Even if it is a precious thing, you say, no. That much is needed for you to live in this world. Then why this unnecessary ambition, cheating, killing people for wealth? Don't do it. This is the advice given by the father. Don't have too much love towards money. That will lead you to face death before you face the actual death. And you will be living in this world just like a worm. Frustrated worm, he says. The next advice is, tell him time as a stuff can be wasted. Tell him to be a fool ever so often and to have no shame over having been a fool, yet learning something out of every folly hoping to repeat none of the cheap follies. This is a very good advice that a father could tell his son. That is, time. See, we will be telling, the parents will be telling, don't waste time, time you will never get it back. It is a precious thing, all these things, right? But you will just hear it through this ear and let it out through that ear. You will never listen to what your parents says, right? Here, the author says, time for leisure is not a waste. You spend some time leisurely without doing good, something. See, when you seek knowledge, neighbors, your parents may say that you are a fool. Don't feel ashamed to be called as a fool for knowing things. You will be just going here and there, finding out something. But in the eyes of your parents and your society, they think that you are just roaming about, wasting your time. Don't listen to them at all. When you are searching knowledge, when people feel that you are just wasting the time, don't lose your heart. Don't feel sorry for it. Never feel ashamed of it. See, tell him time as a stuff can be wasted. Tell him to be a fool ever so often. When people says that you are a fool, don't feel uh, disappointed, disgusted. And to have no shame over having been a fool. So in their eyes, you will be a fool. You'll be just like a fool. When you are searching for knowledge, they think that if you have done like this, he would have got a very good job and settled in life. Now he is roaming about. But actually he will be just doing something else for his future life. When people find fault with you, saying that you are wasting your time, don't lose your heart. Yet learning something out of every folly, hoping to repeat none of the chief follies. So when you are wasting the time like this, you are learning so many things. We learn so many things through our failures and our experiences. We learn so many things. And you know very well that what is the good thing you have learned from that experience, what is the bad thing that you have learned from this experience. So what you have to do is, when people call you a fool, don't be disheartened. Just take it as a challenge and never repeat the follies that you have come across in your life, that you have done in your life. You must be very careful not to repeat the same follies, that same mistakes in your life. Because out of every mistakes, you are learning so many things. So when people say something, don't just get regretted over it. Because you learned something from the mistakes. You learned something. So never repeat the same mistakes again in your life. Right? Next para. Thus, arriving at intimate understanding of the world numbering many fools, tell him to be alone often and get at himself. And above all, tell himself no lies about himself. Whatever the white lies and protective fronts. Thus, arriving at intimate understanding of the world. So, just know things from the world. The world will be like this. When you get into the world, you know so many things. You will get experiences. Now you know what is good and what is bad. You have a close contact, understanding with the world. You must have faced so many fools in your life. You yourself must have done so many foolish things in your life. Tell him to be alone. The father advises his son to spend some time in loneliness. Sit somewhere in a peaceful mode and think. So many good ideas will come to you, right? All the successful people who have achieved something in their life have spent some of their time in loneliness. Loneliness doesn't mean that just go away from your parents and relations and live under the mountain. No, not like that. Spend some time in loneliness thinking about yourself, who you are, what you are, and the cosmos around us, the world around us. So many things are there. And if you think, you will achieve something. Great people have, all the great people, writers, philosophers, thinkers, all these people have spent some time in loneliness. Thus arriving at intimate understanding of the world, numbering many fools. Tell him to be alone often and get at himself. So sit alone and get into yourself. Find out what you are, who you are. You must know about yourself. And above all, tell himself no lies about himself. After sitting alone and thinking, you understand that you are this type of people, boy, child. You have this drawback in you, this folly in you, mistake in you. These are all your drawbacks in your life. So never feel shame to say that I have this folly in me. Never say lies to accept your shortcomings. Right? Tell himself no lies. That is, accept your mistakes. You have certain mistakes in you. But no one is perfect in this world. Nobody is perfect. If you are perfect, you are not supposed to live in this world. You will be with the angels, godly elements, right? So, accept your mistakes. Don't tell lies there about yourself. No, I'm a courageous person. You will be a coward, fool. So, accept your folly, mistake. Whatever the white lies and protect you front. So sometimes some white lies we say, which causes no harm to us, right? Whatever may be, don't tell lies about yourself. Accept what you are. That is the meaning. So that is the next advice that the father gives his son. You must sit in a lonely place and find out what all the weaknesses that you have in yourself, right? And you have to accept what all the follies that you have in your mind. That is your character. So when you sit alone and plan about something, you will get wisdom, and that wisdom will make you a wise person. All the important plans of our life comes to us only when you are alone and think of the matter, right? When somebody blames you for unnecessary mistakes, for some lies, accept it. When somebody just blames you, you must have the confidence to say that no, you should not say lies according to your consciousness. Even if it is your own folly, you must accept it rather than hiding your mistake, right? I think that you have understood this much. Just go through it, you will understand things. Again, 3 more paragraphs there are left out, and that we will see in the next class. I think today we can wind up the session, and next Friday, this Friday, we will have the interactive session. Just to prepare for it Don't spend the time. Don't think of playing and enjoying that day, and just make use of the time. Just prepare yourself for clearing of your doubts, and come for the next class. Okay, children. Till then, bye. God bless you.